Hello, Noble Knitter. It's Nancy Queen, and today I'm going to show you how to make this festive fall leaf garland that you can use anywhere in your home. It's easy to knit, so let's get started. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the bell to get notified every time I post. I'll put links to all of these materials in the description below, but I used UU Yarns, a You So Sporty yarn in a variety of colors so that I had a very pretty autumn look. I also used 2 double-pointed needles in size 4 and a crochet hook for the garland. This is a G7, I believe that's a 4.5 millimeter hook. I'm going to start by making a slip knot and casting on a total of 3 stitches. I'm going to slip that slip knot on my needle and just cast on another 2 stitches. That slip knot counts as the first stitch. Now, instead of turning my work to start the first row, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to slide my work down to the other side of the needle. Now I'm going to pick up the other double pointed needle and knit those stitches. Now you'll notice the tail of the knitting that's attached, the working yarn is at the wrong end, but that's okay in this case. What we're doing is we're making the top of the leaf, the little stem, and we're making it using an I-cord, and this is how you make an I-cord. So now we've knitted those 3 stitches. We're going to slide it back down to the other end, not turn our work, and knit it again. We'll do this 3 times total. And with each row, you'll see we're creating a little tiny tube. So if you just pull it down a little bit, you can see there's a little tube forming. That's going to be, here I'll show you on this. That's going to be the top of our stem right here. Here you can see it again here. I modeled these after a poplar leaf. It's one of my favorite fall leaves, and I thought it would be a good shape for this little project. So I'm going to do one more of these rounds actually. Now you can see how nice that little stem is looking. Now, this time I am going to turn my work. I'm not going to slide it, and I'm going to just knit straight across, and from here on out we'll be working back and forth. We won't be sliding it down the needle anymore. It was just for that little tube stem at the top. Now we're ready to start the increase portion of our leaf. So row 1, we're going to knit 1, then yarn over, knit the next stitch, yarn over again, and knit the last stitch. So now you've gone from 3 stitches on your needle to 5 stitches on your needle. Now we are going to turn our work, and for row 2 we are just going to knit all of those stitches across. So we're going to have an increase row and then a knit row. Now on row 3 we're going to increase again. So we'll knit the first 2 stitches, yarn over, knit that center stitch, yarn over again, and then knit the last 2 stitches. Now for row 4, we'll turn our work and knit across the row. Row 5 is again very similar. You're going to knit the first 3 stitches, then you're going to yarn over, knit that center stitch, yarn over again, and knit the last 3 stitches. Now for row 6, we're just going to knit all of the stitches across the row. You can see how our leaf is shaping up so far. It's worked from the top down. Now for the next 6 rows, we're just going to knit all of the stitches across each of the rows. Now we're ready to start the decrease portion of our tiny leaf, and we will work the first row by knitting the first 2 stitches, and then we're going to do a slip slip knit, which is slip the first 2 stitches, Then place the needle in front of the stitches and knit them. Knit the center stitch. Now we're going to do a knit two together and then knit those last two stitches on the needle. So now we're down to 7 stitches again. And just like in the increasing, after each decrease row, we're going to work 1 row of knitting. So we'll work that straight across now. Now for row 3, we're going to knit the first stitch, then we're going to do another slip, slip, knit. So we bring that needle in front and knit the stitches together. Knit that center stitch. Now we're going to do a knit 2 together decrease and then knit the last stitch on the needle. Our leaf is really starting to look cute. Now let's turn our work and we're going to knit straight across on row 4. Row 5, we're going to get right into our slip, slip, knit. So slip the first 2 stitches, put the needle in front and knit those stitches together. Now knit the center stitch and then finally knit those last 2 stitches together. And as always, turn your work and knit those last 3 stitches across the row. Now for these last 3 stitches, we're going to slip the first 2 stitches, knit the third stitch, then pass those first 2 slip stitches up and over the knit stitch. Now you have 1 stitch left on your needle. We're going to cut the yarn, leaving about a 4-inch tail. And then I'm just going to go ahead and thread that tail into a needle. Now I'm going to slide that needle out of my stitch and I'm going to go right into the stitch and pull it up. I should have made my hole a little bit bigger. There we go. Now I'll weave in those yarn ends. But you can see the leaf has a nice little curve to it and it comes out really cute. So I turn it over to so that the curved side is up and then I just weave in those yarn ends. For the top one with the stem, I just weave right down in through the center of the stem and then I clip it close to the work. Now I'll weave in the other side and then I'm going to show you how to create the garland. I'm going to use this lovely mustard color for my garland and it's actually a You So Sporty yarn as well. So I'll start by making a slip knot and then slide the slip knot onto my crochet hook. Now I'm going to chain 10. So I'm just going to hold the stitch at the bottom and chain 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my hook in through that top, I'm just going to shove it in there through the top of the I-cord, through the stem. Okay, once I get it in there, now I'm just going to do one more chain. And I go through both the stem and the chain itself. Now I'll chain 10 more, and if I'm going to do attach another leaf, I'll do it exactly the same way as I did here. But I'm just going to make my chain, and then that's how I can fasten this off, and that's my chain. So you'll just continue making 10 chains in between each leaf and then weave in the yarn ends. And look at how cute that is. Where are you going to hang your leaf garland? I'd love to know. And I also want to let you know that there is a free PDF printable pattern for this. Just click the link here at the top or in my description so that you can get the full pattern. And I will see you in the next lesson.